What's up, guys? This is your Week 7 recap. Coming off a week where we had Josh Rosen and Blake Bortles decide who would get the garbage last place Bumbo award. That's right, Blake Bortles comes down to earth. Mikey Din has to play Mr. Rosen, and it didn't really work out. So let's go and kick off some recaps. We'll start with yours truly versus Mr. Lumen, 182.9 to 119.9. You know, this is supposed to be bye week hell for me. Davante Adams, James Conner, Antonio Brown, Big Ben. But I pull it off. High score of the week. Jim thought he was going to get that, but that turned out to be me. Marlon Mack, OBJ, hooking it up with 30-plus points. Had Alex Smith and Marcus Mariota because quarterbacks really don't matter, so you can just plug and play those boys. Lumen, let's look over your team. We know Todd Gurley's going to hook it up for you, 30 points, but man, Ezekiel Elliott, 6.2 points. And you know, the biggest knock on you, Lumen, was your wide receivers. When you drafted, you waited 500 minutes to draft a wide receiver. So let's look. Willie Snead, 6.6 points. Christian Kirk, 8.7 points. Nelson Aguilar, 8 points. You had Sterling Shepard put up a 23 spot, but Lumen could not get it done. GG, Lumen. You lose to me. Next up, we have Cage versus Jim Malardsky, the reigning Dirty Sanchez, last place. And Jim puts up a little 178 to Cage's 146.3. Jim's team is looking quietly pretty studly. Sony Michel gets injured, but he's got Tevin Coleman, who's an RB2 with Devontae Freeman out. He picked up Duke Johnson, didn't really do a lot, but Emmanuel Sanders puts up a 32 spot. Jameis Winston, 20 points. Dak Prescott, 21 points. John Brown, solid pickup this year, 28 points. And then Cage put up a valiant effort, but could not do it. Jermaine Kearse and Marquise Goodwin both had 0 points going into the fourth quarter. Marquise Goodwin at least gets off the schneid, but probably aren't going to beat Jim when you put up a goose egg with someone. So George Kittle puts up a decent amount again, 20 points. 33 points from good old Mitch Trubisky, but Cage, another bad break. 146.3, does not do it. Might have beat a couple other people in the league, but we know Cage's luck has not gone his way this year. Jim, good little W. Next matchup, probably closest matchup of the week. Hoff with 500 Fs. Hoff and Mr. Waikiki. Hoff takes the W by about 2 points. Wyckoff said in the text thread on Monday night, "I'm dying a slow death," because he knew the inevitable was going to happen. Matt Ryan was going to throw it to Julio Jones. We all know Julio Jones did not find the end zone because that's not what Julio Jones does. But we did see Wyckoff lose. Interesting thing about Wyckoff is his Jets put up -2 points. Don't know what you were thinking with the Jets on an away game at Minnesota, not the easiest place to play at, or maybe it was in I don't know where. Let's see. Well, I guess it looks like it was at home, but either way, -2 points, Wyckoff. So if you would have put in actually just anyone, or actually didn't even start a defense, you would have beat Wyckoff, or you would have beat Hofstetter by about 0.2 points. So you could have started any other defense or just put up no one there. You could have won. Also, Mark Ingram in your flex, 6.2. You had Lamar Miller and Austin Eckler, who could have done it for you there, but coulda, woulda, shoulda for you, Wyckoff. Mahomes looking like a stud. You finally get Tariq Cohen in there, so good job there. Kenyon Drake actually showing that he is an actual football player, but we know that will go up and down because your running backs are kind of right now. But Andrew Luck and Patrick Mahomes will carry you. Let's see if they can carry you to the playoffs. Now let's look at Hoff's team. We got Alvin Kamara just coming back to earth. What a fun little ride for you, Hoff. Kamara was scoring 40 points a game. Back comes Mark Ingram. He puts up like 6 points. This week he puts up 15 points. I mean, is he really even an RB1 anymore for you, Hoff, or is he like your RB2? Maybe I can float a trade off your way for, you know, a little Marlon Mack for Alvin Kamara. You let me know. AP puts up 11. Kerryon Johnson, if y'all remember, Wyckoff had to put on like 20 t-shirts out of the carry-on package from draft night. Finally, the Detroit Lions actually give him the ball. You know, they have this thing where they want to give LeGarrette Blount the ball anytime they need a short yardage conversion, and LeGarrette Blount is just garbage right now. But Kerryon Johnson, Carson Wentz puts up 20. So Hofstetter stops his losing streak. I think he had about 3 in a row. But we know Hofstetter's probably like the best team in the league right now, at least from a draft equity standpoint. So, you know, when it comes to Hoff's game theory, when it comes to free agency, we know that he probably is going to outsmart all of us. So, Hoff, you're under 500, but we know you got this. Next up, Mikey T versus Pop Secret Kevin Moore. So, doing these recaps, it seems like every week Mikey T just puts up like between 120 and 140. Nothing exciting. I mean, Le'Veon Bell isn't playing on your team because he doesn't show up, so that just may seal your deal because you're 2-5 right now. So, yeah, Jarvis Landry puts up 25 after putting up like a 6-point and a 9-point. So you do have that going for you, but 135 is not going to cut it in a super flex league. Although Julian Edelman has a good floor for you, 14 points, 15 points a game, but no one else is winning the week for you and making Kevin look good. Puts up 157. Kevin, Cam Newton, Deion Lewis, AJ Green, Latavius Murray, all with 20-plus spots. So it's looking pretty good for Kevin with some momentum, but he's still also under 500, 3-4. So let's see if Kevin can get some magic going against. I think he's playing me this week, but we'll see if he can stop the streak. And then we do have Omar versus Matty Reg. Omar gets the victory, 162 to 144. Omar, pretty convincing win. Even with Matt Breida putting up a negative point score, Register can't get it done. Josh Gordon finally looks like the player he's going to be. Is a good one. He's playing in 85+% of the snaps. And then, you know, Omar got 29 points, almost 30 points from Trey Burton. So looks like that trade that you had with Mikey T, I think we know who's winning that trade. And it's not Mikey T. It's the person who's winning games, and that's Omar. So let's look over at Reggie's team. 144.7, not bad, but you can do better. I mean, Marvin Jones, 5.9 points, 0 points from your Dolphins. Hey, if Wyckoff would have got the Dolphins and started them, he wouldn't have got -2 from the Jets, so he would have won. So Wyckoff, maybe you can trade for a defense or something like that if you want to, but let me know. Philip Lindsay is a bright spot for Register, 16.6 points. TJ Yeldon, a pickup, 17.8. So even though Reg is under 500, you know, I don't know if you guys remember from draft night, he drafted about 4 players really quickly and then just twiddled his thumbs for the next 150 picks. But he has used his waiver wire budget to actually acquire some players. There are some people in this league who I don't think have used hardly any of their waiver wire budget. So shame on you. You could have got Marlon Mack last week. Maybe if you were quick, you could have got Nick Chubb, but no, Omar beat us to that. So I don't know, you know. I'm glad Register's spending some money, but I think there's a lot of people out there, Ellsbury, Lumen, who need to spend some money on the waiver wire because you don't get to keep that. That doesn't roll over to next year. I don't know if you guys know how this league works, but I just want to make sure you're on the same page. The waiver wire budget does not roll over. And last but not least, speaking of Ellsbury, Ellsbury gets the W. 143.7 to 113.3 for Mike Din. 113.3. Din, I know you had a couple good players, Adam Thielen, Zach Ertz. They did what they normally do, but most every other player on your team put up what a mediocre defensive team does, about between 4 and 7 points. Let's read this off so everyone knows. Mr. Rosen, 4.2 points. You're starting quarterback. You got to plan better, bud. I mean, I don't care if you have injuries or you got bye weeks. Like, you gotta get someone better than Josh Rosen in there, right? Royce Freeman, garbage, high ankle sprain boy, needs a touchdown to get value. 9.7 points. Isaiah Crowell, he rushes for 200 yards 1 week. The next week, he can't even get past the line of scrimmage. 6 points for him. Again, Adam Thielen did good. Golden Tate, we know he's not the wide receiver 1 anymore. That goes to Kenny Golladay and Wyckoff. 10.6 points for Golden Tate. Tyler Boyd, your waiver wire moneymaker, 5.7 points. Calvin Ridley, 9.3 points. Again, I'm just under 10. Corey Davis, 4 points. You know, I asked Din, or I think he asked me if I would trade Jay Ajayi for Corey Davis before he has ACL tear, and I said, let's do it. Din got cold feet. But I'm almost curious, Din, would you rather have Corey Davis or Jay Ajayi? Because at least Jay Ajayi you can just drop, and you don't have to put Corey Davis, who gets you 4 points consistently, in your lineup. And you can actually put a player in who's going to do better than that. So let me know your thoughts on that. And then Bears and your kicker, blah. We don't need to talk about the rest. Ellsbury, good W. Kareem Hunt, 37 points. 21 points from Alshon. That was a good little draft pick. I think you got him for like $7. Injury at the beginning, but he's hooking it up now for you. Eli Manning puts up 21. But Ellsbury gets the convincing victory, 143.7. So this is me crowning the bumbo to Mike Din, but that's not the fun for me. So let me go ahead and just pass it over to someone who wants to, tell you about this little bumbo you're going to get. So enjoy the message.
Hello, Gentlemen's Club. I'd like to thank our co-commissioner, Mr. Gunn, for allowing me to congratulate our new Bumbo Award winner for Week 7. As a 2-time Bumbo Award winner, unfortunately, and the front-running DS, it is with great excitement that I welcome Mr. Mike Din to the Bumbo. And to help me with this, since he told me that I set my lineup like a toddler last week, I brought my 7-year-old daughter Harlow here to comment on his team. So Mike, your magic number this week is 4, and you're going to find out why. What's your first comment on Mike's team?
My first comment is, boo Broncos, that's why you lost, Mike.
Boo Broncos, that's why you lost, Mike. Simple enough. What's number 2, Harlow?
Number 2 is 4 points from your quarterback.
4 points from your quarterback, Mike. Josh Rosen, right? I think he's a Cardinal, Harlow. What happened?
Maybe he fell out of the Cardinals' nest.
I think he did. Nice job, Mike. What's number 3?
Number 3 is 4 points from your super flex. Let me show you how you do it.
That's how you flex, Mike. 4 points is not how you super flex.
Not enough.
Way to go. And number 4, last but certainly not least.
Number 4 is 4 points from your defense.
4 points from your defense. 4 points. That's a defense with Khalil Mack, former
Hey, Mike,
Raider.
can you say karma?
I don't know, Mike. Can you say karma? Because I know I can. Not a lot has gone my way this week and this year, but this did. So, Mike, welcome, and I hope you enjoy your Bumbo for Week 7.
All right, Cage, thank you for that wonderful serenading of Michael Din and his excellent Bumbo award. Cage also gets Fortune of Luck. He actually won the bonus. So Cage, you got 2 things going your way this week. Mike Din, the person who insulted you via poem/nursery rhyme, gets the Bumbo. So you have an opportunity to insult him. And then you won the spread, pick him this week. So $20 for you, but you're at the bottom of the standings still. So let's read these off. Myself, 7-0. Loomski, 5-2. Jim, 4-3. Omar, 4-3. Din, 4-3. And then a lot of people, 3-4. They are Hoff, Wyckoff, Ellsbury, Reggie, Kevin, and then second to last place, sniffing that dirty Sanchez, we have Mikey T, And then Cage, of course, sitting on that basement throne, 1-6. So happy waiver wiring. Enjoy Thursday Night Football and good luck.